So like many of you, I'm very much looking forward to Deadpool 2 for various reasons. Not just the inclusion of Cable, and not just because it's a sequel to the original Deadpool, which I absolutely loved. One of the main reasons, of course, being all the new X-Verse/X-Men characters we're going to see, and hopefully we see from secret cameos. Now, of course, when it comes to Deadpool, we've heard a few different things. Few versions of the movie screened somewhat, I guess lackluster would be the word, and some scored through the roof very positively. Now, one thing that's been noted very much across the board with pretty much every outlet and source is the fact that they did reshoots, some of them more extensive than what we know, and what they even wanted. And apparently the biggest change that was made in these reshoots from some of the negative feedback was the fact that a major villain has completely been cut from the movie. Now, nobody really knows who this villain was and what direction they were going to be taking the villain in, but he was played by Jack Casey. Now, of course, while we don't know any of the details, many speculate that he was somehow going to be involved heavily with Cable, possibly in the future, but that seems to have been cut according to these rumors. So it's really going to be interesting to see how the reshoots went ahead of that and why they replaced them. Maybe we don't even get to see any of the villains in the future or anything. It's just Cable traveling backwards, because from what we understand is also a lot of the reshoots were involving Cable and they seem to be more modern day. So if everything is lining up, it seems to be that they're cutting out a bunch of Cable's origin/future stuff, and that's why these reshoots and the villain and actor getting cut out of the movie was kind of necessary. And honestly, I'm okay with this. You know, Cable is a very complex character. Not just because he's hard to tell his story, that's not the thing. Like, he's kind of simple at the most basic core. Like, you know who he is, what he stands for, and what he does. But once you get into who his parents are, the future, why is the future like this, and once you start touching upon all of those elements, then you open up a whole nother, you know, demand from fans to go, well, okay, explain this. What is this? What is that? And if you really want to go into that, then you introduce a villain, then you have to focus on all that. And if the villain's only there for Cable and it doesn't affect anything in the past, then what's the point of doing that, since it's a Deadpool movie, right? It's not a Cable movie. So I fully understand why they might want to cut that, and if that's what it is, then I support it.